Hello, this is Nicholas. Try again. I had a phone call happen. Here are my thoughts on the Transformers Prime toy line that we did get in the States. And I mean, these are the ones I like. These are the ones I got, and I'm not sad I got them. Just some of the stuff they did just made me ask why. The first one I got was, of course, Bumblebee, because I've always loved Bumblebee. I have a version of Bumblebee that, the non-transforming one from, I think it's like Action Masters or something like that. I forgot what the toy line was called. I just thought it was cool, and it wasn't a transforming one, so it was just a toy. I don't know. I was young, and it was cool looking. And I still have it somewhere. Anyway, this Bumblebee is one of the weaker Bumblebee toys I have bought. Except for the really old one that's like one of the original ones that had a face mask and his head just popped out of the trunk. This one, it's pretty weak, and I did a video about how I changed it. So what the change is, it's a lot better. I wish I could have done more, but I don't have that steady to hand. I almost have to take it apart, which kind of says this one was done kind of in a lazy manner. The main thing this one did right, though, is the guns on his arms. They look natural in robot mode. That's how they looked in the show. And they also look pretty cool in vehicle mode. So, this one kind of was this one had the weird head transformation in the way the arms are just kind of on flaps and they move really strange. But, overall, I mean, with the slight changes on the painting the black back here and stuff, I have no problem. This figure is pretty good. So it's the one that didn't go, it got weird with how it transformed, but that was it. So that one worked out pretty good. Now we go with this other one, and we all know this one. We all know who this guy is. He's the leader. No one comment on what happens in the series. How I have him hold that sword is because, well, it looks pretty cool like this. Sorry, I'm having a little aiming thing. Now, this figure has one issue that just kind of, it's just, why? And it's the little, I don't know, glorified mech tech weapon. I know Starscream has a version of this too, and it doesn't work. I mean, every version of this particular thing where it has this thing, mine broke. That's why it can stay open without, me holding it, because it broke. But seriously, what were they thinking? I mean, now that it broke, I can actually pose with it better. But it's like, it looks silly. When it was closed, it looked more like a shield. And if they would have, ran with that, maybe have it where it extended down the bottom or something, where it looked like it was a shield, wouldn't have been so bad. Just something else than just this, little ratchet thing that sticks the gun out. And it doesn't look that good. It's a bunch of extra plastic, and people still would have paid $20 for the thing if it just had a little small gun. So it's like, why, dudes? Why? And the sword on his shoulder, it looks pretty cool. Transformation's pretty neat. I mean, I like this figure. I just don't get why they made this silly gun here. I mean, why would you even make that? Are you insane? But, that's just my thoughts. But, I mean, I like this figure. It's a good one. Now, here's one that, none of them really work too well with the show itself. But, compared to what the show actually looks like. None of them really worked that way, except Bumblebee was the closest when it came to his weapon interactions. But this is just way off. But it's way off in a way I can respect. I mean, seriously, she has a big gun. I like the big gun. It's quite nice. And that's the thing I've noticed is that, this figure has, a bunch of small issues that, SS Autobot has talked about many times. Has a bunch of, just small issues. But to be honest, it's not that bad. I mean, the gun is just ridiculously large, and in vehicle mode it looks awkward. Kind of like, she's carrying a big gun with her for whatever reason, and you're just like, okay. Somebody's riding with a big gun. Alright, they're going somewhere. Like something like you might see in like some action movie with some Arnold Schwarzenegger puts on his bike or something. It's pretty silly. But at the same time kind of cool. I mean, this is nothing like what it looks like in the show. This kind of reminds me of, in the Marvel Transformer comics, how, sometimes they'd carry their weapons, and then when they go to vehicle mode, they'd have the weapon still. So, that's one of my things, is that this went off, but it looks kind of cool. It brings me back to that old cartoon, that old comic book where you actually have, they actually have these big guns. So, I mean, I don't mind it when they go off in a way that kind of goes in a different direction and gives you a different feel. But, the weird mech-techish weapon that Optimus has is it's just ridiculous. And, well, I mean, it doesn't work right anymore because, well, it broke on me. It's one of those things I didn't mind it breaking. But, I mean, that's it out, and that's it in. Who would hold a weapon like this? I mean, it kind of has a Scorpion Strike type look, but I mean, really, it's silly. I don't know why they would even make this. There's not a single situation where it makes sense that it would, you could put it in there. So, I mean, that's the main complaint I have when it came to the Prime figures. They created this weird little glowing action thing, and it made absolutely no sense. So, I mean, this one, it made sense. It looks cool on some levels, because, I mean, she's holding a big gun. Robot girl with a gun. Not a bad thing. Big weapon that looks like it could take down a bus. Take out a bus in a single shot. So, that's cool. But, when you're just making silly stuff, just silly. And, oh yeah, if you go to Lubbock, go to this place. It's good barbecue. So, it's just one of those things. You can't really just, sometimes you try too hard to make something work, and you kill it. And I think that's what's happening with the Transformers Prime, is they got this idea for this weapon, the one with the ratchet thing that Optimus has, and so does Starscream, and it just doesn't work. The one that for Megatron, well, he has a weapon. Well, anyway, that is my thoughts on this, and if you want to see more, let me know, in person or otherwise. And I hope to see y'all guys, I hope to make more of these videos, and I hope y'all enjoy them. It's interesting to talk about stuff. And